What's up, nerds? So I know I'm late to the party on this one, and I was going to talk about it this weekend, but I just didn't have time, or this past weekend, but I just didn't have time and everything. So I'm going to talk about it right now. So they have retconned Nightcrawler's origin story. Now, they originally retconned it before to have Azazel as his dad, but it doesn't look like that's the case anymore because Mystique is now his mom and his dad. or no, his mom and his mom, because or Destiny is his other mom. So it says right here, this is from Bounding into Comics, and it says Marvel Comics retcons Nightcrawler's origin, reveals X-Men teleporter as biological son of lesbian mutants Mystique and Destiny. I just want to say right now, I do not like this. Not one bit. I'm kind of annoyed about this. Not because like they're lesbians and everything. It's because they retconned a story that didn't need to be retconned, and they did it for, diversity and inclusion. They didn't do it for a good reason. It's so stupid. And I just want to say real quick, I have not read a Marvel comic since 2016 because they've all been shit pretty much. And then I mean with some exceptions, like, if there's like a 6 issue something and everybody's like raving about it, like, and people that I actually respect, then I'll read it. But if it's something like this and everyone, and the people that are raving about it are just, fucking pumpkin pie haircutted freaks, then I'm not gonna read it. But anyway, so before I get into this article, there is just so Destiny, she's a precog, her mutant power is she can see into the future. She's blind and all that good stuff, and she's like this old woman, but she ends up dying. And if you remember during Hickman's run, he on Krakoa, Moira McTaggart, right? So she's a mutant now. All of a sudden, she's no longer human; she's a mutant, and her mutant power is that she has like 9 lives or whatever. But when one of her lives dies, she starts over again, and she sees the past, future, and or past, present, future, all that stuff. But when she's on Krakoa, they also have this resurrection thing where there's 5 or 6 mutants. I can't remember right off the top of my head. I personally thought it was brilliant, Hickman's take on this. But so they had 5 mutants. They would use their powers. One of them was, I believe, was a gold ball. The guy that shot those gold balls out of his chest and everything. And they would save your one would save your consciousness, and then I can't remember all of them. I can't remember off the top of my head. I need to figure it out. I need to go back and read those because I do remember enjoying Hickman's run, especially that first one. What was that called? House of X, and then it's like Powers of X, and then there was like what was it? What was the third? I don't remember. Anyways, but then they resurrect you, like they're able to, and that's why, like, if you go on like there's one part, I'm spoiling it for some of you, there's one part where they go on a mission to the moon, I believe, and it's basically a suicide mission. Like, I think it's like Cyclops and Wolverine and some other people, I can't remember, and they go onto the moon, and then there's there's a big explosion, they all die, but they're brought back to life because they're resurrected. And then, and that's the thing, like, you can be like, how they all lose their powers, and you can be resurrected with your powers, but it's like you have to, like, as a human, you have to like fight apocalypse and everything. Like, they have this arena and you have to like fight apocalypse. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed Hickman's run on it. It was very cool. All this stuff, it was very heady at some points in time, and I just thought it was great. So Destiny was, so Moira McTaggart, she has a rule on Krakoa. She's like, you're not allowed to have any precogs, anybody that can tell the future. I don't want them on the island. So Destiny was not brought back to life, and then Mystique ends up bringing her back to life. Yada yada. All right, so it says. So let's get into this article. Sorry, I wanted to give it like a brief. That's like a brief thing. You should go and read it. Anyways, okay. One BAMF forward, several dozen BAMFs back, replacing one questionable editorial decision with another. Marvel Comics has finally retconned Nightcrawler's wildly pan mutants are demons backstory by revealing that rather than Mystique and Azazel, the Fury Blue teleporter is actually the biological son of the Blue shapeshifter and her lesbian lover, Destiny. Oh, look at them. They're lesbian lovers. Let's read this real quick. So it says, but you're both... Don't be pathetic. Oh, a pathetic male speaking. I have lived for years as specimen. Oh gosh. males, years more as females. Do you know what I have observed? They're all as awful as each other. The only true binary division lies not between genders or sexes or sexualities. It lies between those who are allowed to be who they wish. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. I'm not gonna read anymore because I'm already annoyed. Okay. So, and the thing is, she changes her because she's able to change down through like molecular level, and she changes herself into a she's got the spermies and everything. And I'm all like, get out of here. So it says, buckle up, readers, as it's time to take a ride through the tangled history of the X-Men's resident swashbuckler, beginning with a stop in the franchise's head day of the 1980s. Okay, so I'm not going to go through this at all because I've already talked too much, but this is all. You can go and read this, and it talks about like how he originally started and all this stuff and all this good stuff. But we're just going to get down to right here. So it says, then came Chuck Austen, one of the most notorious X-Men writers of all time and a very noted critic of religion in all forms. When Austen took over Marvel's merry band of mutants, one of his main goals, inspired by Nightcrawler's noted Catholicism, was to subvert the concept of angels and demons by revealing that rather than being a divine origin, these beginnings were nothing more than a species of proto-mutants. This, of course, included Satan, who, according to Austen's retconning, was not a fallen angel, but rather an ancient red-skinned proto-mutant teleporter known as Azazel. And so I mean, like that's pretty cool or whatever. We're not going to go through all of this, but here is, Mystique, and they got down to the hibbity dibbity. And then it goes, so that was okay. So it says, to this end, newer readers may even be completely unaware of Kurt's demon background, as Marvel has chosen to quietly avoid addressing the subject ever since Austen left the book. That was until 2023's X-Men Origins Blue Volume 1, number 1. Oh my goodness. So good, not good. Released on November 29th, 2023. The one-shot spinoff from Kurt's current Uncanny Spider-Man solo series reveals that rather than Azazel and Mystique, the fan favorite mutant is actually the offspring of the blue villainess and her female lover, Destiny. And they always had like this thing, Destiny and Mystique, like this, like, will they, won't they? But Destiny's like this old lady, and who wants to bump uglies with, and although Mystique has lived for like so long. So, but at the same time, I'm just like, but she looks good. You know what I'm saying? As detailed by writer Cy Spurrier. Yeah, whatever. Continuing her affair with Destiny throughout her marriage to Baron Wagner, Mystique is eventually met by an admission from the mutant precog that she would like to build a family. Raven, I find that I would love to build a family with you. And so here they are. So she shapeshifts into with a dick. From there, as recalled by Mystique to her son, there were other pregnancies, other births before and after, accidents, inconveniences, tragedies upon arrival, but never a child conceived in love. So we made a baby, just her and me. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Take note of Nightcrawler's obvious okay, we're just going to skip past this. Here we go, because it talks about genetics. Hold on. To this end, she then details that thanks to this command of genetics, she was able to craft Kirk's own traits at the time of the conception, nothing that Christian Azazel and countless others, they were but the shades of the palettes. This is so stupid, like genetic code, and I'm able to all right, I'm gonna read this last little paragraph, and then we're just gonna talk about this real quick more, and then I'm gonna bail. Okay, so it says, in further detailing Mystique's new power upgrade, an in-story letter penned by the X-Men's resident mad genius scientist Dr. Nemesis, featured within the issue, elaborates. She is not simply adjusting molecular in skin musculature and skin, but rewriting the genetic instructions in every single cellular nucleus of her body all at once, and all without conscious thought. To put it differently, adds the Doctor, Mystique is not a shapeshifter. She's a gene shaper. Get the fuck out of her. Her flesh is the most sophisticated biological apparatus I've ever encountered. Okay, so this is pretty stupid. And this is where it's come to. Like, they're not doing it because they were like, oh, I got a great, and they tried to be like, this was their whole point for this, but they wouldn't let them do it because it was too radical or whatever they said. And I'm all like, nope, I'm sorry, you're wrong and you're stupid. But this is just stupid. They're just pandering to a crowd. What was that South Park episode? It's like the pander verse and everything. It's like make a woman and make her gay and everything. So it's just stupid. It's so stupid. This was a bad choice, but this is the shape of comics these days. I'm pretty sure this is, comic books aren't selling, and, comic book shops are closing left and right because of it. And Marvel, I mean, I personally would fire these people. If it was me, I'd just be like, you're all fired because you're all trash. But I mean, whatever, it's like, this is how it is. So, this is what we have to live with these days. This is pure garbage. All right, you guys, I've talked too much. This is my thoughts on this. I just think it's stupid. And I don't know about you, but I used to love comic books. I still go to the comic book shop sometimes, but when I go, it's like, I'm just looking for old comic books. I'm just going through the oldies and sometimes goodies, you know what I'm saying? But it's like this new shit. It's like, I just pass it. I don't even like try to look at it and read it because I'm like, I just don't care. I literally just don't care. But tell me what you guys think about this. Do you think it's a good idea, bad idea? How do you feel about it? Yada, yada, yada. All right, tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on my next video. You guys have a good day. Bye.